So prominent data miner Temporyal, I'll leave a link to his Twitter in the description down below, released a high-resolution image of the unreleased map called Exposure, which is set in the Canadian mountains. And I just wanted to talk about this unreleased map and possibly the future of Battlefield 2042, if I may. But before starting off, as with all data mining information and leaks, there's no guarantee that this will actually make it into the game. So just keep that in mind. Now, with that out of the way, so this map is supposed to be taking place in a secret research facility, as I said, built inside the Canadian mountains. Now, if I'd had to take a guess, I would imagine this is probably in the Rockies, somewhere in Alberta or British Columbia from the image that I'm seeing here. So we can see there's roads winding all the way down to the gorge and the little river down there. There's also jets in the top left corner. You can see there's some kind of like farm maybe right on the hilltop right there. And then in the middle of the screen, in the rock face, you can see there's some kind of platform there. So if you can actually go inside the mountains and fight in there as infantry, that will be absolutely fantastic, because we are starving for infantry-focused maps in Battlefield 2042, and I think that's something that most of the player base can attest to, that there's a severe lack of infantry-focused combat in Battlefield 2042. And then there also looks to be like some kind of a lookout tower or control tower on the top part of that hill there in the back. Now, according to an interview with EA, Exposure takes map design to a whole new level. Now, hopefully, that whole new level is actually building stuff inside of the mountain. That would be great to have more infantry-focused combat and not just having it be a vehicle farming simulator, much like most of the other maps in Battlefield 2042. Because with the increase in players to 128, they're kind of forced to make large maps to accommodate all of those players, albeit most of the maps are far too large, and you don't really get the full effect of the increased number of players. It still feels like you're playing just 32v32, but I digress. Now, a couple of concerns that I have in regards to this image of Exposure is, one, it is really, really big. Is it once again just going to be a snore fest where you have to run all over the place and it takes you like 2 to 3 minutes to get from flag to flag? Or is it going to be a little bit more, the flow is going to be better? So that's my first concern. The second concern is, okay, so legally, they are only obligated to release a year one pass. Now, the year one pass for Gold and Ultimate Edition customers is they need to deliver 4 new specialists, 1 per season, 4 battle passes, 1 per season, and 3 epic skin bundles, Blistered Earth, Tempest, and Cold Blood. So that is what they're legally obligated to deliver for people who paid for Gold and Ultimate Editions. Now, they never spoke of releasing new maps, which is the issue that I'm having here. So we're already starved for content in Battlefield 2042. Player numbers are dwindling, really low to say the least, and this is all basically on EA and DICE's fault, but again, the players are stuck paying the price for the short-sightedness of EA and DICE. But this map, it's all good that it's in the files and everything, but they're not legally obligated to deliver a map. So if player numbers dwindle and they don't see the profit or the ability to make profit with Battlefield 2042, they could just flat out like not release any maps. They could even release all 4 specialists and 4 battle passes in like 1 season and then call it quits and pull a plug on Battlefield 2042 because it's not living up to their expectations. So that's one thing that concerns me. They didn't mention that we're going to release maps for the year one pass, so we might never even see Exposure release in Battlefield 2042. So yeah, again, as I said earlier, take this with a grain of salt because there's no guarantee that we'll actually see this map or any other maps added to Battlefield 2042 if EA DICE decides to pull the plug on this game. And the third concern is, even if they do release this map and release a lot more content for the game, is it already too little too late because they made their proverbial bed and now they must sleep in it? Is this going to be enough to bring players back that had a really bad first impression of Battlefield 2042? Unfortunately, I think it might not be. But anyways, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.